So this is what we've got left in the crop. This will be their last break for those maternal ewes. As you can see, there's quite a bit of grass in amongst it. It got quite wet here after we drilled it in the spring, and so a lot of the kale didn't come away that well. But it's getting this close to lambing. It's actually giving them quite a good balanced diet, having this grass in amongst it. As you can see, where they're actually grazing at the moment, they've eaten a lot of the kale, and yeah, they've still got grass to chew on, get a bit of protein. So it's actually, by default, it's worked out pretty well for us to have that grass in amongst it on these last couple of breaks. Just thought I'd show you. As you can see, what we've done is we've fed down the hill, making sure to keep above these critical source areas. This is sort of the low point that comes from the whole paddock down in here. So we've been very mindful to sort of feed down to here the whole way, and what it's done, it's kept us up on the dry when it's been wet. We've had a standoff paddock that we've taken the ewes onto on really wet days just to keep the crop clean and dry. And now that it's going to, we've got good 4 or 5 days worth of weather forecast, bit of sun for the next 4 or 5 days. So that'll mean it'll give us a good opportunity to graze off this area as our last graze. And that allows us to just keep the sediment runoff to a minimum, and actually by having this grass in here and that, we should be able to keep a lot of the sediment in the paddock after the ewes have gone off. What we'll do then is we'll let it come away a bit again. I like to let it come away. It's sort of, the regrowth acts as a bit of a catch crop, and then we'll just spread out some young cattle on here to clean it up before we drill it. It'll be nice and dry then. There'll be a bit of a pick. They'll do pretty well on what regrows, and yeah, it just looks after the paddock a little bit better to have that catch crop in here, and to only come on with those cattle lightly to clean up afterwards. So yeah, that's kind of how we attack it. That's the plan, and yeah, hope you find that interesting.